Oh. Wait. Not yet. Okay. Oh. Let me coordinate all this. Oh my God, I forgot to turn off my notifications here. Oh. Hey guys. Anybody who's here, hi. Shoot, my other phone's gonna. No. Wait until. Hi guys, I have a lot of guys that want to call in and I'm trying to coordinate them. Let's see here. Let's do until wait. Can't 1:30. Hi guys, I'm coordinating 1:30 or a little after would be. Now, mind you, I texted all these guys this morning to give them their time slots to call in. And Garden Goddess, this is like, I never go live. So I'm on YouTube over here and I'm on TikTok over here. This is like a brand new YouTube account. So that's why there's only like 100 subscribers on here. But I leave YouTube open because a lot of people on TikTok will jump over to the YouTube channel if I can't see their question over here. So it's okay. I'm going to leave this open. Hi, everybody over here. So this is my first time going live and having, like, hopefully, if this works out okay, having several guys calling in. So the first one that's going to call in is Danny. His nickname is Garfield, like the cat. He's an older gentleman. I just spoke to him this morning. He's very sweet. Oh my God, he's very sweet. Like, he's very nice. We're not going to talk a lot about their charges because TikTok is getting kind of weird now with certain things you say. I will say this, that Danny hasn't taken a life. Okay, there's that. And I think it's like burglary and stuff. And he's very shy. I think he's like 65 years old. We'll talk about a little bit more about him. He gets out in a few years. He's been in since like 1984 for like burglary and stuff. He says back then he was an alcoholic. He drank. So a Sunflower, I divorced my husband 9 years ago. He's going to come soon. He's not on here yet, Garden Goddess, soon. But I'm going to tell him that you said hi. Oh, my God. How do I turn these? I can't turn the notifications off on my phone now because, and I'll click out of this. Let's see here. Okay. Dante's going to be calling a little after 1:30. Hopefully Jesse will call between 12:30 and 1. Andrew, you're just poop out of luck because you did not answer me in time. So yes, so Danny will be calling Daniel Copley. Now, guys, all their profiles, I put them everywhere. On my YouTube channel, I put videos and stuff about them. Here on the TikTok account, I put videos and stuff about them. And I also have a link tree on the bio page right here on my TikTok account. You can click on it. It'll take you right to their Department of Corrections page so you can see everything for yourself. Also, guys, on YouTube, on their descriptions, on their videos, I put the link tree account on most of them. And that link tree goes right to the Department of Corrections. Okay. These guys all happen to be from Ohio. I'm kind of doing one area at a time because this can really spiral. Hi, YouTubers. Karen, Tiara, Garden Goddess. My YouTube channel for 90 Day Felon is pretty much brand new. And I'm live over there on YouTube. And then for you guys, I'm over here on TikTok. So that's how we're doing this. I'm trying to give both options. Let me see here. Now, just so you know, there is a texting app to contact inmates. Okay. It's quicker than a letter, cheaper than a letter, actually, cheaper than the postal service. Huh. This is my list of contacts. Let me see here. See? You can't see. I'm right in front of a window. Let me see how I can do this. YouTubers. There you go. YouTubers. Anyways. And the list of names, this is all the different inmates I keep in contact with. Yeah, actually, I am a natural redhead, guys. But I don't know what happened. At one point, my hair is very light red, and then I started getting it started getting really light, and I had like these dark roots, I guess you call them. I have no idea. I make my hair redder than it is, but I have like light red hair, and I don't know. I don't know what happened. Like, I guess you call it strawberry blonde. It's just I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Let's see here. Where's Garfield? He's not on yet. Okay. Also, I'm going to keep my landline handy in case my ex, not the ex that you saw on TV, but my ex before him, who I now talk to again. I know it's a mess. But he's coming out. He's getting out of prison very soon, and he's going to be moving out here. And then I'm going to have some help around the house, and all that good stuff. So he's going to be. No, it's not turning gray. You know what though, Garden Goddess? Have you guys noticed that like women dyeing their hair gray and like silver is like a thing now? Yeah, it's a thing now. Gene, I don't know. I'm not into relationships. I'm not ever going to get married again. I just don't like anybody in my space. But I don't trust a whole lot of people in my space. I just get very nervous when someone's in my house. But I'm very comfortable with him, so that's why he's coming here. He's going to be my personal assistant. No, Gene, I can say never. I'm not going to get married. Ever. Say it with certainty. Yep. Oh, here's Daniel.
Hello. This is a prepaid debit call from Daniel.
Here he is.
An inmate at the Marion Correctional Institution. To accept this call, this call is from a DRC correctional facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Utilization of an unapproved application and three-way calls to communicate.
You guys all hear that?
Prohibited and a
Can you hear it
violation
okay?
of DRC policy. Thank you for using GTL. Thank you for using GTL. I'm not early, am I?
Oh no, you're just on time. You're fashionably on time. So, yep. Oops, let me get coordinated.
I was going to wait a few minutes. I said, no, let's take a time off for you.
No. You're great. You're great. Someone just said you sound country, but you're originally from Ohio, right?
Yeah, Redmond, Ohio.
Okay.
Little town outside of Akron.
Yeah. Outside of where?
Outside of Akron.
Oh, Akron. Okay. Now
we lived in both. We lived in Akron and Redmond. We had a house in both places. So.
Okay. Did you grow up we don't think of Ohio as being country. Did you live in a country area or in the city?
Well, for the first 10 years, then we moved to Akron when I was about 10.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a city. Akron's a city. You're a city boy. So I already introduced you. I already introduced you to some people, to the people here. Oh, you know what? I am going to do something here. Hold on, Danny. I'm going to do something here. I'm going to put your cute little face up here on the big screen here. There you go. So people on TikTok can see your face.
What picture? Where did you get a picture from?
Danny, all I have is your mugshot. That's all we have. Now,
that's old. That's old. She's 23 years old.
Well, here's the thing. I tell people, oh, Jean says you're very handsome.
I got a beard now.
You got a beard now? Oh,
Beard.
beards are in.
Beard.
Beards are in. Mm-hmm.
When I get off of here, I'm going to send you a picture.
Oh, okay. Yeah, send me a current picture. And you know what? We were just talking about gray. We were just talking about how gray is in. Like women are dyeing their hair gray and silver now because it's like an in thing.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to try to get something. Try to get my regular hair back.
So, Jean says she loves beards. Look at that. You're already getting the love here. Now, you told me earlier you've been. Yeah, hold on one sec, Danny. Guys on YouTube, I don't have a way to put his picture up here. Because on TikTok they allow me to put like a backdrop of him. So I don't. Let me see here. Screen share. Oh man, let me try this. Hold on one sec, guys. Hold on. I'm going to try to get you up on YouTube here so they can see you. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me try, guys. I've never done a screen share. On YouTube, but I'm going to try. I did it. Oh! All right, Danny. You are on YouTube now. So those that are asking, he's actually on another cell phone here. And so what he is he's calling in. And then I have a microphone, a mic on the phone so y'all can hear him on TikTok better. And then for those of you on YouTube, I didn't plug my other mic in because it normally gives me problems. So so now everybody can see you. Everybody. So let me see here. Yep, there's about 60 people all together that are learning about you. So not trying to make you nervous or anything. We're just getting started.
You just did. All right.
So you told me earlier that you've been in prison since like the 80s?
84, but I got out in 02 for 2 months.
Oh, so you took a little vacation out here in the free world.
Yeah, 2 months. I was out on parole. It was drinking, which is not good.
Okay. Wow. Since 84 then. Holy moly. And you get out pretty soon.
4 years or 3. If I take enough programs, I can get out in 3.
Yeah. Do the program, Danny. Get out in 3. So
sounds good to me.
Wow. Now, do you have family still in Ohio?
Well, no, my daughter got my granddaughters, they got tricked to going out to Nevada with this guy who left her out there. And he got like partial custody, so she's stuck out there. She get full custody of the
Oh, wow.
My mother's still alive now. She's 86. And I got 2 brothers left. My other brother died.
Okay.
I got one brother out in Florida.
Okay.
He goes to the hospital down here. Yeah.
So, Christy, his crimes were like, I'm just going to be like, general. It was kind of like robbery and burglary, right, Danny? That kind of stuff?
It was fighting with the cop, actually. The burglary was trying to take the robbery was trying to take his car.
You are the second person I know. You are the second person I know that tried to do that. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, that was just drinking and being stupid. I don't, yeah, this snowball, you just get out of prison. You don't want to go back. So I just dug a hole deeper trying to get out of it.
So you said you tried to take the cop car.
Yeah, it was aggravated. It was attempted. Well, I think I was aggravated robbery for it.
But you didn't manage to actually get a hold of the car.
No.
Okay. So I would say then you are not a very good robber.
No, that's not my cup of tea.
Let's see. Mistaken identity. He is in. Okay. Somebody with the name Mistaken Identity. I don't know how I feel about that. But what part of the country he is in? Marion, Ohio, right, Danny?
That's where I'm at, Marion.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
I've been here about 10 years now.
Oh wow. Okay.
Level 1 security.
Oh, so you're a good boy then. Level 1 means you're a good boy.
Yeah. I only had one ticket 10 years, and that was a contraband ticket. Passing some commissary, the other guy.
Well, I don't know about that, Danny. So here, I'm going to hold on one second here. I'm multitasking. Okay, I can't get that. Hold on, Swamp Montana. I'm trying to pin your comment. It won't let me. There we go. Over here on TikTok, guys, this pin comment, that's how you can text with. You can start texting him today, and it's actually cheaper than writing a letter. And it's an app, and you download it, and it's they don't have your information. Nobody knows like where you're at or your credit card. They don't have your phone number, nothing. So you can actually, it's just your name, and you can text. You can text Danny as soon as we get off this live stream. Our mutual friend that is also in Ohio told me an interesting story about some moonshine or something in there with you and him. So I guess that was one incident you didn't get caught for.
No, we got caught for that one. We got caught.
Oh, that's right. No, he did say that. He did say that. Yes, he said he went away kicking and screaming. That's right.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Guys, we're not talking about dogs on this live stream. In case you haven't noticed, the name of the platform says Felon in it. Felon. That's what we're talking about. But yeah, he told me he told me when that little incident happened with the moonshine, he calls it moonshine. I guess he said he got dragged away kicking and screaming, which is what he does. Oh my God, look at this. Some of the people on here already know. They're like, oh, that's gotta. Yes, Karen, you are correct. That was who it was. Oh my God. Okay, I have to ask, how did you get the nickname of Garfield?
Well, a while back when I first got locked up, a good friend of mine who passed away, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
you know that cartoon Garfield come out? How
Yeah.
he goes around wanting lasagna and food and stuff. Well, I used to go to different people and like, hey, what are you eating there? And get a bowl of the food and eat it. So I first say, you're like that cat Garfield. And it's stuck ever since. I go from one bump to the next, hey, you would eat.
That's actually my cat's nickname because he's big and fat and orange. So people around here call him Garfield also. That's why I was asking.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yep.
No, I'm not orange. I'm just regular color, I guess.
Wow. So have you been thinking about any plans for when you get out, what you want to do?
Well, I would like to just get a job and get a little place of my own and just find it myself, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
The other way.
Now,
or living in a house instead of a sale.
Yeah. Do you want to stay in Ohio, or are you going to try to get out of the area?
It doesn't really matter.
Okay. Jenny, he gets out in about 3 years, which is a really short time for someone who's been in since 1984. things have changed, as I'm sure you are aware. I had to inform.
Oh yeah.
By the way, guys, everybody knows in prison there. Everybody knows my co-host on my podcast. They know him as Kojak. So Tony is Kojak. That's his nickname. I had to inform Kojak that we no longer had payphones. He was very upset with that. No more payphones. And we talked about, how the cell phones are now. Oh, one of the other things was, here, someone says my husband did 5 on a 20. Well, good for him that he got out that quick. So what you're not saying, I had to explain to Danny earlier what the platforms look like on TikTok and YouTube. So basically what it is your picture is up. Okay, they see your picture. And then I'm in a little box off to the side talking, and then people can see me too. And then on the side of the screen is what we call like the chat. So there's like all these people that are typing in questions or, their comments, and it scrolls by. So that's how I'm answering some of the people's questions. For those on TikTok, the pinned comment, that is how you can download that app, and you can text Danny today. I'm going to go ahead and type that in the YouTube one right here. Let's see here. Out. I think it's .com. So, guys, those of you on YouTube, I believe that's the correct for the app. And you just put in your information, your bank card, because text messages are 10 cents a piece, and which is cheaper than sending a letter. Now, when I say texting, it's not quite as fast as how we do it out here in the free world, but it's pretty fast. You can send them pictures, videos. Mm-hmm.
The thing about texting is we don't get a notification. We just have to keep checking throughout the day.
Oh.
It doesn't notify us.
Okay. Good to know. Which explains why somebody I texted earlier has not responded to me.
Well, if he hasn't checked, he's got to turn it on, go to that app, and check it. That's what,
Okay.
Yeah.
So, hello everybody on TikTok and everybody on YouTube. We are doing a meet and greet today of some of the new 90-day felons that I'm bringing up on this platform. Yes, Jenny, they have tablets. They have tablets.
Old ones, they work.
Hey man, way better than the old way. Okay, yeah, Daniel. In Arizona, you have Securus. Right. Different prisons have different states have different, companies they use. So in Ohio, it's called Getting Out, which I always say this: what a horrible name for a prison app.
We want us to get out.
Yeah.
Let us get out.
Yeah. What about people doing life? They're not getting out.
Well, actually, we're texting people. We're out. We're getting out.
Yeah, exactly. Someone says pew pew, Mama Amber. Oh, you grew up in Marion? Oh, okay. Well, that's where Danny is. He's in Marion. So yeah. No, they all have their own tablets, Jenny. Melly Mac, does he know an inmate? LP is the initials LP. There's probably a million inmates with those initials. So it's hard to ask if he knows who an inmate is with the initials LP. They're asking here. Yes, they do. Well, do they screen the messages? I don't think that well. I think probably an AI system does, because the typed in messages get approved really quick, like within seconds. But if you send a video or a picture, that can take overnight sometimes. So, and then some, yeah, right. And sometimes the dummies looking at the videos and pictures don't know what they're talking about. Like I sent Danny yesterday a video of himself. And they denied it and said it was inappropriate. So he has to go put in a complaint to get his video. Let's see here. Shannon says, Christy says, when did they allow prisons to have tablets? I mean, it cuts down on paper. And Christy, they're not tablets that are connected to the internet like we have tablets. Okay, it's not that much access. But having the tablets cuts down on so much manpower and paperwork of people sending letters, having to go through all the mail. So, I can see why. And then they can also watch movies on there. They can listen to music. So it is really, really much more convenient. So yeah. Can any prisoner do this? Shannon, right now I'm just doing Ohio because already I'm having, sorry for the ding ding you're hearing. That is my cat. That is my Garfield cat walking in front of my security camera. But right now I'm having a hard enough time keeping up with just the guys that I'm trying to get pen pals for. So I have to just stick to Ohio. So yeah. Okay, let me go back and forth here. Let me ask, Danny, do you pay for your tablets outright, or how do you get them? I forgot how that works.
No, they give you the tablet, you pay for the services, like the movies are $8, texting we pay 5 cents a text.
Okay.
Yeah, we pay for certain services it gets.
Okay, so when you get there, they give you a tablet, like they give you all your state issued stuff.
Right.
Okay. Okay. So then you said a level 1, and that means you're like the lowest security there is.
Right.
Meaning you're not a troublemaker. That's good to know. He's not a troublemaker. And during the day, do they charge? Lauren, no, they don't. They charge for like the texts and the videos, but it's like 10 cents. I think 15 cents for videos is what we would have to pay to send them one. And then for them to send, there would have to be money on their books for them to send. But it's much, much cheaper and more efficient than sending a letter. But some people like to do mail.
Yes.
Right, Karen S. Yes, there has to be money on their books for these services. But it's, let me tell you something. Back in the day, when I first started writing or communicating with Kojak, we used to run up $900 a month phone bills. Yeah, because they didn't have Getting Out or GTL or any of that. It went straight through the phone company. So this is way better. Way better. Mistaken Identity says, do they have access to email through the tablet? Or is it more profitable for the prison to do this message system? Yeah, you guys get emails and stuff, right? Or you get text messages, though, right? That's what it is. Right, you guys can't get emails, Danny? Oh, I lost them. Oh, no. I lost them.
Huh?
Oh, you still there? Okay, there you are. I had to move my phone.
Yeah.
So,
he was going in and out there.
Yeah. So you don't get emails. You can get text messages.
Yeah, that's the same thing to me.
Yeah, the same thing to you.
If you write a letter, you got to send it to Youngstown, and they have a processing center.
Yeah.
You copy it. You don't get the real letter.
Yeah, I saw that. Now, what?
That's weird.
Yeah, I saw that you guys have a mailing center now, which is a good chance of you to lose. They lose the mail. Now, what do you do during the day? Like, what keeps you busy?
Well, I do my job in the morning. I go outside, work out. Then I come in here and I watch a little TV or make phone calls or text, whatever I gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
Not much. But, I'm going to get into some programs to try to get out early because you get like 90 days to take it off, 5 days a month. sugar, certain programs, stuff like that. I'm checking into that now, but that system just started on the tablet called in vivo, and not quite. They got bugs out all the way.
So I have two questions for you. One wants to know what your job is in there. Like, what do they have you do?
Oh, just cleaning, border work, shit like that.
And then Swamp Montana wants to know, would you be allowed to work in the kitchen?
No, it's ever since Aramark took over, it's a little hard to get in the kitchen and get in that program. That's
Yeah, Hannah Faye, this is Ohio. Oh, that's right. So they have, so the kitchen now, so the kitchen is not run by inmates anymore?
No, it's run by a company called Aramark.
Wow, interesting. Interesting.
Oh, the food is terrible.
I have heard.
Terrible.
Wow. Wow. Interesting.
I'd rather the state take back over, believe it or not.
Really?
When they ran it, but man, you know what? Yes, I would. Aramark is all about making money, man. They feed us crap.
That's horrible. And you know, it doesn't cost any more money to make good food. You know, I don't understand that. It's like, wow. Wow. That's sad. And so guys, that's why, and I didn't understand this until like it was explained to me that that's why commissary is so important to these guys, because the food given to them is so disgusting that
And
they can't even eat.
They keep raising prices.
They what?
They keep raising prices. Commissary keeps raising prices because they said it's going up out there, which I heard is.
Swamp Montana.
Yeah.
So let me explain how the prison systems work, and he will back me up on this. It's, if I knew back then what I know now, I would have started a prison commissary company, because they pretty much got you by the balls. They can make their prices whatever they want, and it's the only company that you can buy food for. It was explained to me that a little cube, like this big, like the size of butter, and correct me if I'm wrong, a little cube of it was cream cheese was like $7. The size of butter, $7. So the commissary is how they have to survive off commissary because the food is so bad. OG Hitman. Do I want to answer this question? That's the name of this person. OG Hitman. Ask if he's allowed to have secure pack sent to him. Yes, they do get packages, and you have to order through like was it Walking Horse?
Got Walking Horse, Access, and Union.
Yeah.
But we have a limit on what we can get. We can get 2 food and 2 sundries. That's it.
You know what? I'm
per year.
OG Hitman. I'm glad you brought that up, because Danny told me that, is it tomorrow is your birthday?
Yes, it is.
I am going to give you a birthday present. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm going to. Tomorrow is Danny's birthday. How old will you be? You see, you can ask a man that. You just can't ask a woman that. How old will you be tomorrow?
65.
65. Okie dokie. Well, if y'all want to send Danny a birthday present, you got to download. Here, I'm going to put Swamp Montana back up here again. You download that app. You guys, I put it up there for you guys earlier, the Getting Out app. And you can get a hold of Danny directly using the information that is on the top of his photo. See right there, it'll ask you for his name or his DC number, where he's housed, and then you can wish him happy birthday for 10 cents. That's the cheapest birthday, you know. Come on, everybody likes a little happy birthday wishes.
I would love it. I would love that.
Hannah Faye says, I'm talking. Hannah, you live across the street from Marion Prison? She says, I'm talking to OG Hitman says, I did 5 years in Michigan. Okay, well, you're right next door to Ohio, then you understand. Wow, so you got a neighbor on here. A neighbor. Aw. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. But yep, let's see if we can get Danny some birthday wishes for tomorrow. You know what you can do, mistaken identity? So you can't mail him packages from the streets, but there are companies that the prison system allows. So the best thing to do to ask what he can have is to, I'm going to type it again for the YouTubers. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Here we go. So that right there, and it's just in your Google Play Store, in the Google Play Store, and you can download this app, and then the information that's on top of Danny's picture, it will ask you that information. And then you can text them in the next few minutes and just say, hey, what can you have? What can you have for your birthday? What can you have in your packages? What can I do to give you a little birthday wishes? No, he can't. Oh, I don't know, Swamp Montana. No, I don't think you can't get Amazon packages, right? Danny?
You mean like books? Like books, you mean, or what?
Amazon
is.
Amazon. Oh, you don't know what Amazon is. Oh, he's been there so long. I'm sorry. Amazon. Yeah. I don't think he can, Swamp Montana. I don't think they can get Amazon. There are actually book company books. I know they can get books shipped in. I just don't know if they can be. I know people are like going, oh, bless your heart. See, I know, isn't he adorable? He's so adorable. I want to like squish him like my kitty cat. I know they can get books. I just don't know if it can be from Amazon.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Yeah.
They keep changing the rules on that one.
Yeah. So, but there are, certain book companies. If my lovely ex would call on the other phone, he knows all the ins and outs. I could have asked him. And he's been to every one of these prisons because he keeps getting kicked out of them. So he's done the tour. Yes, Swamp Montana. It's best to ask to text Danny and ask, and he can ask what he can have.
Right.
Yeah. So, and like I said, tomorrow is his birthday, so we're gonna do something for his birthday. Maybe give him some phone money. Now, to give you commissary money, we have to be on your approved list, or maybe because you're a level 1, you don't need that.
Right. No, they have to be on the approved list.
Okay. So we can't give him any commissary money because you have to be an approved person.
But we can get phone money.
Phone money. Okay.
1 minute remaining.
Okay. So you can get phone money. Okay.
Yeah.
Would you want to call back and get another 15 minutes out of this?
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay. And then
All right.
by then I'm sure somebody else will have interrupted me. But yeah, let's do another 15 minutes and we'll wait here for you.
All righty.
Okay, Danny.
I'll be back.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right.
Isn't he like the cutest? Like this poor guy. I mean, yeah, I know. So all of his crimes are related to like alcohol, getting drunk and getting stupid. And he just kept doing it. And so I think his big charge is trying to steal a cop car. But I mean, being in since 1984, I felt so bad when I said Amazon. He goes, oh, I don't know. You could tell he is like, well, what is Amazon? I mean, he's heard of it, but he didn't know quite what it was. He's about 3 years left. OG Hitman, about 3 years left. He's so sweet, Tiara. He's so sweet. Like, he is so sweet. I would say he's so innocent, but he's really not. But he's very sweet. Thanks, Swamp Montana, for doing this. Like, my fingers would get my shit together here. I'm trying to pin your comment. There we go. So Swamp Montana, that's the getting out. And you can download that app and you can text him. And the information that they're going to ask you is on this top of his photo right here. Okay. So, and again, it's totally safe and secure. Like, they're not going to have access to anything. Like, they don't get your card number. I've been using Getting Out for years. They don't know your address, your phone number, nothing. They just have your name. So yeah, but prisons, they change rules every 5 minutes. So I can say, oh yeah, Send him a book from Amazon. He may not be able to get it. I don't know. But I think it's sweet that tomorrow's his birthday. I'm going to at least send him some phone money, I'm going to at least do that. And they're allowed to get, he's going to be in for quite a culture shock, and all his family's older, but at least they're there. He has somebody. He has brothers, and like he just said, they're still alive for now. Hopefully they will be when he gets out.
Hello. This is a prepaid debit call from
Daniel.
an inmate at the Marion Correctional Institution. To accept this call, press 0. This call is from a DRC correctional facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Utilization of an unapproved application and three-way calls to communicate are strictly prohibited and a violation of DRC policy. Thank you for using GTL.
Thank you for using GTL.
Okay,
I'm back.
you're back. You're not nervous anymore, are you?
Yeah, still.
Still?
A little.
Okay.
I feel a little better.
So someone named Maria says, Maria, you have a friend in Marion, as in Marion prison or in the city? Someone named Emerald says, hi, Daniel. People are saying hi.
I said hi. Tell them I said hi.
Okay. Well, they can hear you good. So Tiara says you're so sweet. I told her she's correct. And tomorrow's for those that just joined in, tomorrow's his birthday. So I'm gonna he gets out in about final replays. He gets out in about 3 years or so. I'm gonna shoot for 3. The website says 4, but I think you're gonna get into these programs.
Yeah, I'm gonna get these programs to get out earlier.
Yeah. By the way, guys, when you do sign up for the Getting Out platform, the app, and get Daniel loaded up on there, you can actually send him birthday cards. Huh. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 10 or I think 15 cents. Yeah. Birthday cards and videos. Yeah. So Swamp Montana keeps saying, we're gonna get you, you're gonna be out for your next birthday. Well,
I wish.
Yeah.
You never know.
Soon. Very soon. And now in the level you're at, I'm assuming that you're out with all the inmates at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are all able to like roam around. And guys, just so you know, it's we can sit here, and I used to be one of these people. Tanya, this is you're listening to Daniel. He is incarcerated in Ohio, and so he's on the phone right now, and we're trying to get him some pen pals. You can be the best behaved inmate in the entire prison, and trouble can still come your way. So it's very easy for us out here to say, oh, behave. Why do you always get in trouble? And I mean, there we have somebody, OG Hitman said facts. So, and I know I saw Jeff on here. Jeff, are you still in here? Jeff did a lot of years in prison too. So it can happen. It just comes your way. Does he have any family or friends close? Okay, good question. Do you have any family or friends that come to visit you?
No.
Oh.
My mother and my brother, when he comes up from Florida, about once a year, he'll bring her down here to visit.
So your mother's in Florida?
No, my brother is. My mother's in Ohio.
Oh, okay. Aww.
She don't drive. She doesn't drive, so she has to reach my brother.
Right. Yeah. April's awesome. Yeah, Prisneyland is one of my new platforms I'm putting together. Yep. Wow. Someone's asking if you know a guy named Chad Beach. He's at Marion. A lot of inmates there. Yeah.
No, but I can find him. I can find him, please.
It's okay.
I can find him.
She says, no, but he can find him. Yeah, so, oh, well, gosh. We're gonna see if we can get you some friends here through this platform. I mean, how do you not love a guy named after a big fat orange cat? Come on, come on.
I love cats.
Yeah. Aw. Ashley, he's his sentence is out. Max is out at 4 years, but he's going to sign up for some programs, and he says that should get him out at about 3 years. So, mistaken identity. So you had a brother that went to prison? Okay. Yeah. You are correct in your statement. Someone asked Donald Curtis. Kathy, do I know Donald Curtis, or does Danny know Donald Curtis? I don't think I do. Danny is in here like burglary, robbery kind of stuff. That kind of stuff. Nothing super crazy. I mean, at least in my opinion. Does he know a Donald Curtis? I don't know. Do you know a Donald Curtis, Danny?
There's a Curtis in my blog. I don't know if that's his first name or last name.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh my gosh, all these women are asking if you know all these names. Jimmy Styles. Jimmy Styles. Also, too, guys, a lot of these guys know each other by nicknames. Like, right?
They don't want their real names out there.
Yeah. Emerald Isle to become a pen pal. Let me pin it for you. Swamp Montana, can you put that getting out up for me so I can pin it? There you go. You are on the ball. On the ball. So I'm gonna pin it. Yeah, I have someone on here that's got it down pat, except my fingers are. Come on, work. There we go. Okay, Emerald, right here, the pinned comment. That's what you download the app. I hope I'm allowed to say that on TikTok. And it's completely secure. It's completely safe. No one's going to get your information. And the information that you will need to communicate with Danny is the information above his head on the picture, because it's going to ask you like what state and then what facility, which is ODRC Marion, and then their prison number, which I have there, A443-236, and then it will confirm that is his name, and away you go. You can be texting him right now, and he won't know it because he's on the phone with us. Does he know someone with the last name of Pierce?
I don't think so.
Are you ladies checking up on your men? Is that what's going on here? Are you ladies checking up on your men? Are you asking him to spy for you? Emerald Isle Jewel, thank you for asking. She's the one that asked about the app.
Well, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah. You couldn't find Jesse Swamp Montana? Which Jesse? Salazar or McIntyre? You know, that's weird though, because I mean, I got him on mine. Yeah, I had somebody on here last week. Oh, McIntyre. Huh. He's on there. Maybe I had the old information because he got moved to Trumbull. ODRC Trumbull is the name of the prison. But yeah, and here's the thing, guys. The Getting Out app, it's not like foolproof. Like sometimes you'll send a text and they don't get it for like 2 days. I mean, it's not perfect, but it is better. It's actually better than sending regular mail. It really is. Mail gets lost, and all that. So it really is. So I heard the weather you're in Ohio, so I heard the weather's like really cold there right now. Yep. I'm here. I gotta move my phone. You still with us, Danny?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, my phone fades in and out. So when you said you go outside to like work out and stuff, it's cold up there right now. Oh, it's someone just said it's beautiful today. Okay.
That's the best time to work out there when it's cold.
Woo. User Emerald Isle says, "Does Danny have a tablet?" Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Because that's how he's talking to us right now on his tablet. Yes, I mean, I don't know necessarily if they. Okay, so Jeff says to tell Danny hi. Jeff also did a lot of time in prison. Jeff was actually on the TV show Love After Lockup. You heard of that show?
Yeah, but I don't usually watch it.
Yeah, you probably get. Yeah, so who I'm talking about, guys, is Bo Wombles. He's on the TikTok chat here. And he was on Love After Lockup. Was it Love After Lockup or one of the other knockoff shows? He did many years. And
well, I probably ran across him at one point over the years.
I think he was.
I know that.
Yeah, I think he was in. Where were you? Oh, Love After Lockup. Okay, you were in. Jeff, were you in a prison in Alabama though? Oh, you were in the feds. Okay, he was in the feds. Okay, different system, guys. Different system.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So for those on the TikTok platform, Bo Wombles is Jeff from Love After Lockup. So they're look at that. Got some exciting stuff going on here. Okay, you're in Alabama now working. Great. Cool. Well, let's see if we can get Danny some love during lockup. Let's see if we can. You'll take what.
Something to look forward to.
Something to look forward to. Even if it's friendship, let's get Danny some love during lockup. I mean, let's see if we can get him a good birthday. Now, because you're again a level 1, I've never been married to anybody that was on level 1. I don't know. I have really bad taste in men apparently, but when you are on a level 1 yard, obviously you have more freedoms than the other levels, correct?
Oh yeah. Yep.
So what are like some of the differences between where you're at and maybe where our lovely friend Kojak is at his level 4 status?
Well, they're more restrictive at level 4. You get less time for recreation. You might get an hour a day. The only good thing about level 4, you're in a single cell.
Right.
You can't put anybody in your cell. I went from all levels. I went all the way up to super max. I've been up there and down, and these last 2 years I've just dropped up because I ain't in that same bullshit, you know.
What could
like you said, anything could come your way. Like even here, this is a level 1 and a level 2. You got guys doing life with no parole.
Yeah.
They got nothing to.
Right.
You gotta be careful.
Right. Now, to explain to people, the level that you're on does not necessarily have anything to do with the crime you committed. It's based on your behavior in the prison, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So, like what he just said, he's got guys on his yard that are doing life, which means their crime was severe, but they are well behaved in the prison system. So, and then you can have the opposite. You can have people there that their crime was not that bad, but they keep getting into trouble, like somebody I know, and stay in level 4 and can't get out of level 4. So that's how that works. And
they got no problem raising your security either. They'll raise the security in the heart.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Nicole said that. Yeah, Nicole says I learned something new. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Like Danny just said, at one point he was in. Where'd you say again? You were in AdSeg.
OSB Supermax. I was there.
Supermax. What did you do? What did you do?
Well, it was basically stabbing another guy who was trying to stab me.
That's the other thing that I never liked about prison. You can't even defend yourself, and you get in just as much trouble as the person.
Right.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow. Huh. Gee, and how long ago was that?
98.
Oh!
98 to 2000. And they rode me back to Lucasville, which is a level 4.
Wow.
It's actually a step down from 5.
Wow. I heard some pretty bad horror stories about that prison in Lucasville. Really bad.
Hey, I was there during the 93 riots.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Yeah, I've heard some horrible things.
That was bad. That was real bad there.
Oh, well, Emerald Isle says I have a book about Lucasville. There was a book written about Lucasville?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Re-
That TV show actually had a movie about it, but the cops wanted it squashed. They didn't want it shown.
Wow. Netflix came out with a special about a prison in Mississippi where the abuse and conditions were so bad that some inmates got a hold of a couple of cell phones and they started recording and getting the footage out, and that's how it got exposed.
Right. It's still bad down in Mississippi.
Yeah.
They still doing stuff down here. They just killed that guy.
Yeah. Wow.
The
Well,
guards killed the guy.
Jessica, he is actually in the prison itself. He's actually in the prison itself. Okay, Emerald, I'll look it up. I'll look up that book. She's saying that Lucasville book is on Amazon. So yeah.
Yeah, I had it. I don't know. I had it in here and they took it.
Oh my God, they took it from you?
Yes. Back there one day and they seen it and took it.
Jeez.
And I wasn't allowed to have it.
Wow. That's insane. Likes. You guys over here on YouTube? Everybody okay? Trying to get that. I'm going to go ahead and put this in again for the YouTubers in case somebody wants to send Danny some birthday wishes. Emerald Isle said, I have a weird obsession with prisons. Don't we all? But you know what, though? I was telling Danny earlier when I talked to him this morning before coming on here, and I told him that the whole prison theme is different now as far as the way the world looks at it. And on TikTok, the prison genre, prison talk is very popular. Same on YouTube. So many prison platforms. So it's just different. It's just different now. And people are interested to know what goes on, fascinated, obsessed, whatever you want to call it. You know, there is definitely something that draws people to the topic. Someone says, do they do shakedowns there? I can probably answer that, but you go ahead.
Yeah. Quite often. They have a reason for doing that, though.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. And do they destroy your?
And I also want you know, probably that person that you the other person who talks to in prison. You know, these people got to watch out for a lot of scammers. There's a lot of scammers and conmen in prison too that like to try to scam people.
Aww.
And they got to be careful. Yeah, you got to be careful about that.
It's so nice of you to say that. I appreciate you saying that. Oop, Hawaii Dream Girl says, happy birthday, Daniel.
Thank you. Thank you.
So he's correct. I mean, there are people in prison that will try to scam you. And I mean, it works both ways because I've seen, you know, women who are uncomfortably obsessed with inmates will have several guys at one time, having all these guys thinking that they're madly in love with them. So,
right.
I mean, Hawaii Dream Girl, the thing is this, I know what you're saying. She says people only get scammed if they let themselves, but you know what? These guys are good. And you know what? It happened to me. You know, the guy that y'all loved on our TV show, the one I was married to? Yeah. That's why I ended up divorcing him. Years go by of me being with him in and out of prison. And right before, about a year or so before he was getting out of prison, I started to notice a change in his behavior. And I knew something was up, but I'm like, nah. And because he went from someone who never asked me for money to all of a sudden asking for a ton of money. That was the change in his behavior. This is a guy that I knew for a very long time.
He needs his ass kicked.
Yeah.
He needs his butt kicked.
Yeah, well, there's a whole bunch of drama. I'm sure you might have heard about it, but there's a whole bunch of drama between him and you know who. But again, this is a guy I helped through his case, you know, and you know, he was on the TV show for a while, and he's the guy that I married after me and Kojak, the guys you guys know as Tony, after we got divorced. And what's really interesting is that AJ, the guy that was on the TV show, and I knew him in and out of prison, on the streets, lived together. He's the one that ripped me off. Not the guy that's still in prison, the one, you know, so, you know, it happens. And like I said, I noticed the change in the behavior, and I ended up divorcing him because I just had a hunch. And during the divorce, it was his behavior that kind of solidified it, where most people go, no, please, I want to stay together. I love you. You know, that, no, he just went foul on me. And you would never trust a con. Guess what, Michelle? I've been conned by more non-cons than cons. Just putting that out there. Okay.
Everybody's a con. It really is.
Everybody's a con. Michelle, let me tell you something. I always tell everybody this. I hire non-convicts and former convicts. Okay? Guys that are coming out of prison. True story. I'm not just saying this because Danny's on here. True story. I have had more problems with employees that have never been to prison, have never been arrested. Those are the ones that give me the problems that have. I'm not saying they all do, of course. But these guys that come to me on parole, that come out of prison, it's like this level of respect, a level of understanding. And I've never had a problem. I've never had a problem. They've never given me a problem. So take that information and do with it what you will. So the problems I had with my ex-husband, AJ, it turned out the change in his behavior and all of a sudden he wanted this money is because apparently he was trying to create a little stash for himself because he started cheating on me with my friend's wife. Okay, so, and my friend was actually on the TV show. I'm not going to say who he is. I'm not going to call him out. So there you have it. There you have it. So there it is. There is a spilling the tea and throwing the mud. So here I got Brandy. Did you just hear my speech? Brandy's works for us. She understands all this. Sorry, Danny. Didn't mean to take away your time.
No, go ahead.
I had to answer answer to a comment. Someone asked what Danny's dreams and plans were. I mean, he talked about it a little bit before, but you can go through it again, Danny. Like, what do you want to do when you get out? What do you want to do when you grow up, Danny? What do you want to be?
What I want to be.
What would you like to do for work when you get out?
Anything. I know I've worked. As long as I'm making money, get my own little place. Like I say, you know, I just like to have a place away from the city where I could sit out in the yard if I want to when I come home from work and not have to worry about somebody drive by shooting me and shit like that. You know, just I'm just at that point in life. I just want to lay back.
Yeah.
Lay back, you know. Dude, sure, I like to fish. I love fishing.
Okay.
I definitely cannot go hunting. I can't go hunting no more.
Yeah. Des, he's been in since 1984. Somebody just asked. Yes, one of my employees, Brandy, is on here, and she actually lives on my property in Texas, and she lives in the woods. That's where my property is. And so she said, yes, living in the woods is amazing. Mm-hmm.
Hey, I lived in Lafayette, Louisiana for a year.
Oh, you did?
I loved
Okay.
it down there. Yeah, I lived in Lafayette, yeah.
Okay. Well, it's the place you want to come if you like to fish.
Man, I loved it down there.
Yeah.
It was nicer.
Oh, Emerald Isle said you should move to Alaska.
I'd like to try that too. I'd like to see that aurora borealis.
There you go. Look at this. He's got dreams. He's got dreams. Wow. Well, it sounds like you just want to live a nice, quiet, simple life. Brandy, he's getting out. He's going to do some programs. He hopes to get out in 3 years. Longest will be 4. So in about 3 years.
Which is nothing compared to what I've done already. So.
Hey, you're on the downhill slope now. You've been in since 84. Yeah. So this is nothing. Des 1 says, I hope you nothing but happiness. Guys, I'm going to remind everybody who just joined, tomorrow is his birthday. He's in for like robbery, some robbery charges, some burglary charges, stuff like that. Just all around that. Basically getting drunk. Yes, basically getting drunk and doing really dumb things. So, yes. We all do stupid things. No, Peggy, none of his violations were violent. Well, except for trying to steal the cop car.
Yeah.
He tried to steal a cop car.
Get away.
So, so there you have it. There you have it. Des says, oh, well, my charges were trying to buy from a cop.
I was just trying to get away. That day.
You were trying to Uber it out of there?
Yeah,
without asking. Congratulations, Des. She says, I've been 9 years clean. Good for you. No, he did not, Peggy. No, not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of. And guys, to learn more, like if you want his exact charges, here's the thing. Prison Tinder, I call it prison Tinder, is actually safer than regular Tinder. Let's think about it. You can put whatever you want on a Tinder dating app profile. Can you not? Brandy, because there was a lot of those charges throughout the years. That's why. Prison Tinder, aka your Department of Corrections profile page, it's all out there. You can't lie about who you are. It is what it is. Right. There's no way to lie about it. So if you want to take a look at Danny's prison Tinder profile, for TikTok, you go on the bio page and there's a Linktree link, tap on it. And the guys that I'm helping right now get pen pals, you'll see Danny's little face there and you click on his face and it'll take you right to the Department of Corrections, Ohio website profile. Okay. And that's, you'll see everything. YouTubers, click on any of the videos with Danny's face, and in the description, I have the Linktree link there as well. So it's all right there. He can't lie about who he is and what he did. So I jokingly say that prison Tinder dating is probably safer than regular Tinder dating. How do you choose who to talk to? Des, it's the same thing as meeting someone in the free world. You know, it's a matter of who you click with. You know, they say there's somebody for everybody. I'll tell you a funny story. And Danny, you probably, I doubt you've ever heard this since you are friends with my ex-husband. Well, my other ex-husband.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Oh,
Yeah.
they gotcha. Well, you know what, Danny? We're going to let you go because I have other calls that are going to come in. But
Okay.
I'm gonna send you a birthday present, and hopefully other people too. And
All right.
well, I'm gonna.
Text me whenever you want.
And you know what? Hey, let's try and do this every week. Want to do it every week?
All right.
Okay. All right.
Yes, yeah.
You guess?
All right.
You're not nervous anymore, are you?
No, you stay safe out there. That's a crazy world out there.
Okay.
Stay safe.
All right, then. I'll text you in a few days and we'll do it again.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. You have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
He's so sweet, isn't he? He's just like he was so shy. He was so scared. To answer your question, Des, when I first started writing somebody in prison, there was 2 profiles that I was attracted to. One was AJ, the guy that you know from the TV show, and one was Tony, who has been on some of my platforms with me. Okay. AJ was very cultured, very sophisticated, very well spoken. Here, let me change this up a little bit here. Very well spoken. How do I get rid of this? Oh, there I am. And oh my gosh, he was just very well versed. Okay. Then Tony writes me. I felt like I was talking to Neanderthal man. Like his letter, he was like writing and it was like scribbling words out and tried to use big words and they were the wrong words. And I'm like, what a goofball, just like, so I ended up talking to both of them on the phone. Again, AJ was very well spoken. Tony was just this big goofball. I was attracted to Tony because of his personality. That's how I knew he was the one I wanted to write. He was the one I wanted to correspond with. So it was a matter of us clicking. We got married. 5 years later, I divorced him because, man, he went crazy. He went crazy fighting his case. And it was just, I'll get into that later. Another story time. Swamp Montana. You always come, you are quick. You coming with the popcorn and the tea. But Tony, it got to him because he was fighting his case in Florida at the time. And he was kept in like major supermax solitary confinement. So he was losing his mind. And some of these guys, don't do well. I couldn't put up with it anymore. Okay. So I divorced him. And then boom, short time later, I get a phone call. And that's back when I actually answered my phone. And it was, hey, is this Tia? I'm like, yeah, it's me, Aaron. I'm like, Aaron who? Aaron Jackson. Who? Aaron Jackson. We wrote while I was in prison. I'm like, oh, yeah. I mean, I like talked to him like one time or wrote like 2 letters. And he goes, hey, I'm out. I'm like, oh, yeah, obviously there was no collect call, He goes, hey, you want to go out to dinner? And so I said, sure. And it was okay. It was cool. I'm like, okay, I like him. He's polite. I like him. And we just started like talking and then started going out. And then I ended up marrying him. Stayed with him for years and years and years. And then I ended up divorcing him many, many years later. And then, I don't know, short time after that, I had to get a hold of Tony for something unrelated to anything. And it was like, boom, like his personality just sucked me back in. But now he was a totally changed guy, totally different guy. I'm like, God, you've calmed down so much. And his exact words were, when you divorced me, you ripped my heart out And he goes, I just said, that's it. I can't be that person anymore. And he did. And he's been like that ever since. We've been talking again since 2019. So that's 6 years. Yeah. And he is definitely. Yeah, I'm single, Des. Mm-hmm. And so he has definitely changed. Definitely changed. So people do change. I think my dog just peed. Well, if he did, he's laying in it. So yeah, I guess you could say it was a tangled, almost like a love triangle, in a way. I don't know. But when I divorced AJ, it was the relationship was over. Like I didn't even like. I'm like, where do I sign? Just let me sign. You know, I wasn't mad. I was just like, okay, let's get this over with. So, Ohio Palm Mom, that's a very nice thing to say. She said we should hope for rehabilitation and redemption for people. Thank you for saying that. So, speaking of, since we are on a prison platform, you guys hear what's going on with the Melendez brothers? You know who the Melendez brothers are? Oh, Des, we're going to hope for your brother. Yeah, the Melendez brothers. So the judge, Christy, it's the brothers. When was it, in the 90s? From Beverly Hills. No, Melendez, yeah. Oh, it's okay, Emerald Isle. I know it gets confusing. I have so many. That's okay. Who is texting me? Hold on. Let me see. This might be somebody else saying, can I? I'm so sorry. One of the guys went, so sorry. Dang it. I was on the phone with somebody. Another inmate was trying to get through. Dang it. I'm trying to get this kid on here forever. Ugh. Okay, let me see here. Yes, call now. Yes, call now. It's 242. Hold on, guys. Let's call now. I'm trying to get Jesse on. Oh, I'm trying to get Jesse on here, Swamp Montana. Oh, that's him.
Hello. This is a prepaid debit call from...
Really, Jesse?
an inmate at a Trumbull Correctional Institution.
Just Jesse.
To accept this call is from a DRC correctional facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Utilization of an unapproved application and three-way calls to communicate are strictly prohibited and a violation of DRC policy. Thank you for using GTL.
Thank you for using GTL. Hey.
What do you mean, hey? Where have you been?
Well, I just got the message a little while ago, and it was you sent it at 12:53, and you said call between 12:30
I know.
and I'm like,
well, here's what's going on. Here, let me hold on. I got YouTube and TikTok going at the same time. So let me get. I have. Do you know Garfield? Were you ever in there with
Garfield?
him? Yeah.
I know of him, but I don't know him.
Okay, yeah, I just had him on here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he turns he turns 65 tomorrow, so I was doing a little birthday thing for him. It was kind of cute.
That's cool. I was gonna say he's older than me.
Hey, watch how you say that word, okay? Because I'm right there, buddy.
I'm getting there. Trust me.
Oh, stop it.
I was saying, if it was the Garfield that I was thinking of.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, yes. He is the older gentleman. Mm-hmm. So It was cute though.
Just been of a certain age.
So, so I got a live stream going for on YouTube, the 90 Day Felon YouTube channel, which I just got it going. It's still brand new. The people are already saying hi, Jesse. One person on here said she's been trying to get you on Getting Out, but she couldn't for some reason. Swamp Montana, don't be shy now. Her nickname on TikTok is Swamp Montana, and yeah, she's always got funny things to say, and she might be shy now because she was asking about you earlier, and I said, well, he might be calling in. So
that's so crazy. Like, so you're like videoing us to YouTube and
yeah. So how it works is this. How it works is this. You are obviously on the phone, so I have my cell phone, okay, and then I have my microphone set up, and so I have a live stream on YouTube and a live stream on TikTok going. Basically, because I had to explain this to Kojak, I had to explain this to Garfield because they didn't understand like what it looked like. I said, okay.
Right. A gentleman of a certain age that has been incarcerated for long periods of time may not understand technology.
Okay, I will try to be gentle when I explain it to you.
Right.
Okay. So.
No, I get it. I get it. Well, yeah. That's cool.
Well, what you don't know is I have your picture up on the big screen, like it's the main visual, and then my face is in a little tiny square, kind of like video visits. Okay, like video visits.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the people are seeing you mostly, and then I'm in like a little square because I want them to I want them to see you guys first. I don't care if they see me.
That's cool.
So what's going on here, Angel, is we are doing live with inmates from Ohio because they're trying to get pen pals, and so that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. And if you,
I'm sorry. So they're talking to you on the TikTok and on YouTube, like the I guess messenger part of it, like live while we're doing this stuff.
There's what?
So they're like talking to you.
They're typing.
Literally
interacting with you. Cool. Yeah. Now, here's the thing. I'm not going to do it yet, but I can. Right now, they're just typing in their questions, and I can read them to you. But I actually can bring them up on the screen to where I can see them, and then you would be able to hear them one-on-one. Like if they said, oh, yeah. So I can do that. I'm just not really good at that yet.
That's cool.
So, yeah. Yep. So let's see. I have Des saying hi, Jesse. I have a woman that goes by the name of Garden Goddess saying hi, Jesse. Hey, you guys, don't be telling me hi. Go download the Getting Out app and go send him a text. I don't need, you don't.
That's so cool. That's so cool. This is such a brilliant way to get people to talk to. Like, it's so miserable being in here without people to talk to. So like this is brilliant.
Yeah, well, I told it was.
Please tell me you came up with this idea and not our mutual friend.
Okay, he may say it's his idea, so we're gonna let him. We're gonna let him run with that one. Okay, we're gonna let him run with that one. Yeah, I love how he tells everybody that. I'm like, okay, buddy, whatever, dude.
Right, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm trying to. Here, let me pin this comment here. So, and then there's. Okay, here we go. Okay, those of you on TikTok, I just pinned the app to download to be able to text these guys. It's called Getting Out, and it's or just go to your Google Play Store and punch in Getting Out, and then you can text them. I have someone named Carol saying hi, Jesse. Yes, Emerald Isle. Yes, so you can texting them is it's. I keep repeating myself. So much easier than sending a letter. And cheaper. Peggy, my YouTube channel is 90 Day Felon. It's a new channel. Not many people are on it yet, but I give the option there because it's easier for some people. And also, too, there's less people on it as opposed to TikTok. And so sometimes they'll jump over to YouTube to get me to notice their comment or question. So there you have it, Peggy. You got it, Peggy. Yeah, it was cute because Garfield is, as you put it, older. And so he was very, very nervous. And so we did 2 calls back to back. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna let you go now because the 1 minute thing came on. He's like, oh, he was just getting into it, and I said, well, I have other calls that have to come in. So I told him, I said, you know what? Let's do this once a week. Once a week, I'll set a day for you guys and your time slots. And
that's awesome. That's so cool. Like this, it's definitely a very interesting way to utilize technology so that reach people that no one we've never been reaching.
Yeah, it's just let's see here. Okay, here you go. Maria, it's okay. I already blocked that person. Yes, Carol, getting out on the Getting Out platform. You know what? I have to say this, and I say it every time. I hate saying that name because it's a horrible name for that app. It's like Getting Out. Like
Getting Out? Yeah, I thought that was interesting when I first saw them. Like, oh, they think they're funny.
Yeah, it's a stupid. Yeah, right. Like oh, let's poke fun at these inmates that are never getting out.
Right.
But on that app, right, on that app, you can text, you can send pictures, you can send videos, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah, it's the best thing they ever did for us, for sure.
Right. And then, if depending on if the inmate is well behaved, because I have never had been able to do this. They have video visits. Yeah, you go ahead and laugh. Go ahead and laugh because you know what I'm talking about.
I was going to say because the inmate that you talk to is so unwell behaved that
he's like a wild animal. He's like,
is he still in there? Is he still in there?
Yes, but between me and you and the Fence Post and all the people listening, because he's going to be getting out soon, he did not want. They actually offered to move him, and he said no.
Oh, yeah. I mean, sometimes that's the best thing,
especially for him.
Yeah.
Emerald Isle. Listen to her name, Emerald Isle Jewel. Now, being that Jesse is Scottish, Emerald Isle, are you Irish? Because that's what the Emerald Isle is.
She is correct. I didn't even think about that.
Mm-hmm. She wants to know when you're getting out.
2029 as of now. I could possibly get out sooner than that, but my fixed out date is 2029.
Okay, so soon. Oh, yep. She says she's Irish.
Yeah.
Jesse is Scottish.
Irish.
Jesse's Scottish, as well, and oh my God, and she's Irish. I don't know. There might be something there. Did you get? I made you a video, and I put Celtic music to it. I don't know if you got it.
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't get it yet, but
okay.
They take a couple, 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, I know.
I saw the message that you sent.
Yeah. So yeah, guys. So Jesse gets out soon as well. And it's kind of funny because. Go ahead.
I've been down 17 years, so like 2029 may sound like a long time to a lot of people, and it is a long time. But with all the time that I've done, I see it as being right around the corner now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And guys, here's the thing too about Jesse, and those of you that have been on since Danny, aka Garfield, was on. Both of them are like open books when it comes to like their crimes, which somebody asked me earlier on here, how do you know which is the right guy to communicate with? And that was how I went with who you guys there know as Kojak, is because he has never denied nothing. Like he just like blurted it out there.
Right. That's good though.
It is good. And that shows a lot of character in these guys. They're not sitting here saying I was framed. It was his fault, her fault. I mean, unless it was. I mean, there are times when that happens.
For sure.
But
and a lot of things can be very easily fact checked, and if somebody's telling you a lie about something that can easily be verified or disqualified, then you know, like, oh, this guy's
right.
Now on the truth. You know what I mean?
Especially now in the world of Google.
Right. I mean, yeah. But I was gonna say you'd be surprised, but you wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, people could be looking the truth right in the face and lie anyway.
Right.
So
right.
It's not my cup of tea. I would much prefer trying to be as upfront as possible.
Right. So that's the thing, guys. You know, we were right before you called, we were kind of joking around, or I was joking around how, to me, finding somebody that is in prison in a twisted way somewhat feels safer than looking for a guy on like a dating app in the real world, because prison, Tinder, regular Tinder, as opposed to prison Tinder, you can't lie. The Department of Corrections put your whole life out there, and that's it.
Right.
Amber wants to know if you are originally from Ohio.
I am. I was born in Dayton.
Okay.
Raised around Lubbock.
Jesse, these girls. Okay, so on social media platforms, you can make up a little nickname. Okay, so these women that have been on my platforms for a while, because I recognize their nicknames, are all starting to like, hey, my real name is. I'm like, why do you ladies all of a sudden want to tell me your real name? Is it because Jesse's on here? What is going on?
Right.
We got Anna, we got Jessica, and I've only known them as their nicknames, and all of a sudden we're getting their real names now.
Can these be replayed? Like, can somebody look this up and replay this live stream?
Okay, yes.
Out there. No.
What I'm going to do, okay, so yes and no and yes, but yes and no. So on TikTok, okay, YouTube, the live streams I post, they're there. You just, when you go on the 90-Day Felon YouTube channel, there is a section for my live streams. On TikTok, I download them, okay, if YouTube doesn't save them, and I'll put them up to YouTube. But TikTok doesn't save them. They only have them up for a certain amount of time. But what I'm doing is I'm now taking the live streams, because they're about an hour or so when I go on, and I break them up into little segments, and I post them in segments. So, yeah.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Is it easy to distinguish, like, say, if someone wanted to go to YouTube and they wanted to see all my live streams?
Yes. Yes.
Stream, Jesse McIntyre,
yes.
Whatever.
Jesse, you have your own folder on my YouTube channel, okay?
That's very fancy. That's very fancy. I feel like I've made it.
Yes.
I'm hot shit around here, though. That when I tell people that I talk to ladies from Pitbulls and Parolees, most of them do not believe me, and I show them the videos that you send me, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, you're
well, what I will do is I will take a snippet of this live stream, because you and me are both in the same picture, and I will send that to you.
Okay.
So
cool.
The 1 minute is up. You want to call me back?
Yeah. Yep. I'll call you back.
Okay.
Thank you, too, Tia.
Okay. Bye. He's one of my favorites to talk to. He is one of my favorites to talk to. He is very intelligent. He's really smart. He's very smart. He's really into his like ancestry, into being Scottish. Like, he's really into it. He knows a lot about it. So no, he wasn't on last week. That was a different Jesse Des. That was Jesse Salazar. This Jesse's like cool as a cucumber. He's just like really, he's like honest. Like if he met somebody, he's like, we don't click. He was just like, we don't click. Yeah, that's the feeling I get from him. I've always clicked with him as far as talking to him as a person. And his charges are interesting, and we didn't get into the whole story because I get worried about TikTok. But quick. Narcotics were involved as far as a dealer not using, and he my memory's correct, a pharmaceutical dealer tried to rob him, and he pew-pewed him. Jesse won.
Hello.
The other guy lost out.
This is a prepaid debit call from. This call is from a DRC correctional
the guy
facility
didn't.
and
The guy
subject to
didn't.
monitoring and recording.
I don't think the guy
Utilization
croaked.
of
I don't think he did.
application and
Yeah, I don't think.
freeway
I think it
calls
was
to communicate are
attempted.
strictly prohibited and a violation of DRC policy. Thank you for using GTL.
Thank you for using GTL.
Okay.
You there?
Yep, I'm here. I'm here. That being said about the Department of Corrections pages on these guys, and I'm not trying to defend anybody, but when you see their charges, sometimes there's usually sometimes more to it than what you're just reading. You know,
For sure.
I think on Garfield's, one of his charges, I think, was like aggravated robbery, which sounds like scary. You're like, oh my God, did this guy try to rob a little old lady? But the aggravated robbery charge was trying to steal a cop car.
Right.
I mean, okay, I'm not saying that's good, but yeah.
No, that's crazy you say that, because like in here, an aggravated robbery charge is I won't say it's a commendable offense, but it's an offense that we as inmates in here can have respect for.
Right.
As far as like not doing no weird police affiliated stuff, which a lot of people here do not like, or crimes against women, children, rape,
right,
battery. Like there's a lot of weird crimes, and that's one thing that like, and a lot of people that have a lot of weird crimes are very good talkers. Like
yeah.
You know,
And that's the thing too, guys, is that because I have been around the prison system for really long, since I was really young, I kind of follow the code of conduct that they do. And I know for someone who hasn't been around it, it probably makes me seem, I don't know, like jaded. But what Jesse is saying is that there are certain crimes within the prison world that are completely unacceptable as far as inmates go. And you guys can read between the lines because I can't say certain things on TikTok, but crimes against women and children of the sex nature, okay? But that being said, inmates kind of respect, but not excuse if you have committed the crime of taking a life, depending on the circumstances surrounding it.
And that probably is crazy for the average regular person.
Right.
That person's like, oh my goodness, myself, I've been here for taking a man's life, and I don't try to diminish the importance of that or the wrongness of it, because it was wrong, and it's something that I can never give back or take back.
Right.
In my particular circumstance, the person had a gun pointed at me and was trying to rob me at gunpoint.
So I was corrected. I was trying to explain nonchalantly what your major crime was without getting TikTok all freaked out. And if you guys think about it for a second, okay, so he's saying he took a man's life. But in a normal circumstance where what he did was like really, really, really horrible, he would have gotten life. He's getting out.
Right.
So that means the circumstances of what happened warranted that.
Yeah, my initial plea was manslaughter. So
Okay.
I was initially charged with murder, and then I pled out to manslaughter. I never made a statement in my case. As soon as the police got me, I said I want my attorney, which is more than anybody in real trouble can do. And the people's friends that were there, the eyewitnesses, told the police that the guy pulled a gun on me and was attempting to rob me with a firearm. That was not my firearm.
Right.
And shot it. Which, like I said, it doesn't make it any better. But
right.
I always have to. In my younger days, I had the defense like, well, if I can't
Right.
A duffel bag full of pills. You got supposed to go on me. I shoot you.
Right.
Now
Yeah.
I'm a murderer.
Right. I remembered it having to do with pharmaceutical products.
Yeah.
Brandy, the difference between the different charges, it just depends again on the circumstances surrounding it. And because basically, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jesse, but because Jesse was getting robbed by somebody, which, you know, I guess you can call what he did self-defense, but the problem is there was illegal pharmaceuticals involved. So that kind of made it criminal.
They won't allow self-defense in the condition of a felony. So that's where I was kind of stuck with
right.
a charge of manslaughter or murder, and
right.
I kind of lucked out with the manslaughter.
Right. Right. So that is, you know, it's, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is.
It was a series of bad decisions I made for sure, and it led us to someone losing their life. And that, when I first got down, I was bitter about it, like, you know, this guy wrecked my life, you know what I mean? But now I see, like, you know, he was about, I don't really want to get into that too very much on here, but, you know what I mean? He had a family too. He had children that lost their father. Like, it was a lose-lose for everyone involved.
But, you know, and this is me being selfish, but it's like, it's you or him. And if it was right. he was pointing at you, then, I mean, it could have been you laying there,
for sure.
You know?
Yeah.
So
if I had it to do over 100 times, I probably would have made the decision I made at that time 100 times over. But now I just think, like, I never want to be in that position.
Right.
Like, I'm the one that got the ball rolling, so that's why now I can take responsibility.
Yeah.
I started the call today.
Right. There's someone on here named Nikki. Nikki's cats. That's her nickname on here. Says she's from Leavittsburg, Ohio. Okay. There's some. Is that how you say it? Leavittsburg. Leavittsburg.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that Leavittsburg is near Toledo, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, that's where that's where they're saying, like, I guess it's Leavittsburg. Yeah. So she's saying she's from Leavittsburg, Ohio. And then you have somebody on here saying the same scenario that happened to you happened to her brother, but the guy here, I'm going to teach you some TikTok lingo. And on TikTok, you cannot say shoot, you have to say pew pew, or you can't say GUN, you have to say pew pew. Oh my God, it's so ridiculous. So she's saying that, yeah, maybe it'll change when the US takes over TikTok, but well, here's the thing. I know it makes you laugh, right? I know it's embarrassing. It's so embarrassing, but don't laugh because you're making me laugh. It's like, I know it's so dumb. It's so dumb, but yeah, I got in trouble on TikTok because I posted a video of the full moon, and it was 2 full moons ago, and it was the blood moon. So I put, like, the blood moon, and they deleted my video and said that I can't use the word blood. I'm like, what?
Really?
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah. And then you get flagged for saying things. And my employee just said too many sissies out there. Yeah, it's crazy. But you know what though? I do see a lot of people that have prison platforms on TikTok, and they openly talk about this stuff. There's a lot of news related platforms on here that openly talk about it. Nothing happens. So from what I hear, it's just somebody coming along and hearing, let me get this one. Not your average girl. Yes, this is Jessie. Everybody wants to know this is Jessie.
Okay, not your average girl. That's an issue.
That's her handle that's her nickname on TikTok. Not your average girl.
Yeah.
This is Jessie McIntyre. The one I did the other day or last week was Jessie Salazar. But yeah, so all it takes is somebody to come along who doesn't like me, doesn't like the TV show, whatever, doesn't like dogs.
Right.
And they can turn me in for saying something. So,
right.
Oh, not your average girl says I'm the one who's down the street from him. Really?
That's in Leavittsburg?
I don't know. I don't. I have to see. No, this is a different one. I'm the one who's down the street from him. Huh, huh.
That's so crazy.
She says I'm about
The
5
first thing I
minutes.
think of was something my bunkie had a girl that was that somehow reached out to him, and she was down the street.
People are like joking,
I
like,
don't know.
"Oh, Jesse, oh, Jesse." Do we have a lot of Jesse's girls on here? Come on, guys. How old are some of you? Come on, the old Rick Springfield song.
I was gonna say, I've never heard that song.
You never heard it?
No, I've heard it.
Oh, okay. God, you're about to make me feel really old.
I was gonna say, do you think I've never heard of it? It was Jesse. What's the point?
God, Jesse's gonna be on Love After Lockup.
Oh,
Ooh,
no.
someone just said, someone named Wicked One said, I started a letter to you. Somebody named Wicked One. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Woo. Very intriguing.
That is intriguing.
Yeah, very intriguing. Wicked One. Mm-hmm. Gotta watch out for that one.
Right.
In a good way. In a good way.
Yeah. People say they are what they tell you they are.
Oh my goodness. And you guys remember, you don't have to just, I mean, you can do the does Jesse have any kids?
No, I've never been married and I don't have any children. Although I love kids. I just don't have any.
Okay. You hear that, ladies? He loves kids, he doesn't have any. Oh my gosh. No ties, no baggage. He is like single and ready to mingle. I mean, here's the thing too, and I like to profile. I like to profile and pretend like I. Oh, Lorna says you have a great voice. Ooh.
Well, yeah, I feel like I do not. When I hear myself on recordings, I think like, who's that goofball that's
Here, Des says I'm married, but he seems really sweet.
Yeah.
Whitney, his release is at the most 4 years. You know what? Okay, so here was my profile of you when you were calling back. To me, you, Des says, stop, I'm going to make her blush. Des, does your husband have TikTok? Because I just said something very incriminating about you. But to me, you seem like the type, because you're, like you said, you're very easy to talk to, but you're not one of these, and this is not an insult, it's a compliment. You're not one of these guys that tries to be like, Rico Suave. And
right.
I told them earlier, I said, to me, he seems like the type that if he met some of you ladies, whether it was texting, on the phone, videos, that if, Dawn says she's going to write you. Wow. But if it was just like no connection, to me, Jesse seems like the type that would go, you know what? You're cool. We can be friends, but I'm just like not into it that way. Like, I don't see you as being the type to string somebody along to take advantage. You're just not, I don't know. You just don't have that.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. I had a.
Yeah, there's a lot of that that goes on in prison now.
Yeah, you don't have that kind of personality to me.
I like to make a little connection with somebody. I'm going home. Not my life and the rest of their life.
Oh my God, these ladies are out of control. Amber is telling another lady to get you to record some bedtime stories. You ladies are getting feral. Feral. Straight out feral.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Ladies, do we need Jesse to call back again? I got one more phone call in this before my phone dies.
Okay, I was going to say, I don't think TikTok would appreciate any of my bedtime stories.
Okay, everybody's saying yes, 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 call back. Yes, 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 call back. So my phone is, my phone's going to die soon, but it's got enough for one more call.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye. You ladies are out of control, man. You are so bad. Um, YouTubers, you are behaving. Thank you. These TikTok ladies are, we're going to have to spank them. But YouTube is being very, very good. Lorna says, I need to go to jail. No, Jesse, like I said, so Jesse and I connected because we're both Scottish. And he just starts rattling off his whole Scottish heritage. He's telling me all these things. I'm like, oh my, he knows like a lot about his background. And if you go on this TikTok platform, I did a lot of one-on-one with him. Like there's probably several videos of me and him talking about his entire life. And I kept saying, Jesse, you don't need to say these things. He goes, no, you know what? This feels really good. This feels really good to get this off my chest. And I'm like, okay. And here we go.
Hello. This is a prepaid debit call from. This call is from a DRC correctional facility.
And you guys, if you go to the bio page right here,
and
there's a link tree link, tap on it, and then the drop-down menu, and you just tap on Jesse's picture, and his charges will pop up.
Thank you for using GTL.
And you know what, ladies? He'll tell you straight to your face, like what his crimes were. Like he'll tell you. You ask him, he'll tell you. he's like a huge open book. I was telling them about when we did our other videos and stuff, and we were talking about your life story, and you were just putting it all out there.
Yeah, I mean, I think that if anybody was wanting to really contact an inmate and have any friendship or relationship, any type of relationship, you should know who you're messing with, because although my crime did not define me, that's what I was doing when I got in trouble. Like I thought I was. I don't say I thought I was hot shit, but I lived in that world, and I thought I was doing something, and it ended up with me taking someone's life. You know what I mean? Like, and just being in the whole drug culture, thinking I was a drug dealer, and there's a lot that leads up to that. But
yeah,
I definitely think a person should know who they're, at least know that much. You know what I mean? Like, this is what got me here.
Yeah.
Well,
they gave you an out date. They gave you an out date.
Yeah,
you know.
It's such a blessing because there's so many people that are in here that are never going home, and many of them would say that they did less than I did.
Yeah.
People seem to gloss over the fact that, like I said, like, and I'm not like trying to minimize my involvement. My involvement was great in a terrible series of crime, but I was trying to rob me with a firearm. You know
right.
What I mean?
Right.
I was so unwilling to let that happen that I dispatched him.
Yeah. For those of you that want a whole breakdown of like his real, you know, as they say in the movies, the rap sheet. Thanks, Deb. If you go to the bio, someone just said I love these. If you guys go on TikTok, this is for TikTok. If you go to the bio page, you know, the homepage here, and under my name, like under the little bio on me, just tap on the Linktree link. It says linktree.com 90-day felon. Tap on it, and there's a drop-down menu, and you'll see Jesse's name and his face. You tap on that, and it'll redirect you to the Department of Corrections website where you'll see all his stuff. So you can't lie. Lorna wants to know if your eyes are blue or green. I already know the answer because I can already tell you. What are they? Well, they look green in your picture.
Sometimes they kind of change. Like sometimes I look at mine and I'm like, they look blue today. Like and then sometimes they look green. It was weird. But,
yeah, they look totally green. Lorna, I'm going to give you the answer. Whatever you want them to be.
That's not true. I can't change them. I cannot change them.
Contacts, buddy. Contacts.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they
I think they do change them.
Yeah, my employee Brandy, she said hazel eyes do change color. So.
Yeah. I was gonna say I think they really do change color. Like my dad's eyes did the same thing. His eyes were blue, but they were different blues at different tones.
Lorna said, "So fine and a great voice." Hold on here. Should I be like charging extra for this? I mean, should I be?
Goodness gracious.
Ladies,
I'm not used to getting that kind of response. That's so weird. That's sweet though.
and here's the thing, guys. These are their mug shots. This is when they look their worst. They're not having a good day, you know.
Right.
So,
It wasn't a good day for sure.
yeah. So, if because Garfield told me, he goes, "What picture are you using?" I said, "Your mugshot." He goes, "Oh, no. He goes, "I have another one." I said, "Well, then send me the other one." He goes, "I got a beard now." I said, "Ladies love a beard. They love beards. So send me that."
The picture in that mugshot is the day that they took that mugshot, because I had a before prison picture. They came and updated my prison picture with that picture that you're showing. That day, I was in the middle of a haircut, and the sergeant comes and gets me while I'm in the chair. He's like, "Come on, McIntyre, we got to go." I'm like, "What do you mean we got to go? I'm in the middle of a haircut. Leave me be." He was like, "No, you got to go get your picture taken for your ID." I'm like, "I'm not going to get my picture taken in the middle of a haircut."
With half a haircut?
Like, "No, yes, you are." He's like, "You have to." He's like, "We have to do it right now." I'm like, "Are you kidding? Are you serious right now?"
Do you have any
He's like, yeah, he's laughing.
Do you have any current pictures?
I mean, I can take pictures every day if I want to. It's like I can take them on the tablet or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you know, take one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm not even going to read some of these comments because this is going to, ladies. This is PG here. I'm getting all kinds of comments on you.
No, that's interesting. There's such a response. I'm flattered for sure. I was curious about what it would do when you did this. I've been going for so long. Interesting.
Yeah. Yep. They're looking for some thirst. That's what Des said. They're looking for some thirsts. Lorna, she goes, "It may be PG at your house." So we have someone here named Jessie Messy. I don't know how to take that. That name sounds very exciting.
Right.
But we have to be careful how we say things on TikTok because TikTok gets their feelings hurt. I can give you the cliff notes and then I can tell you how to actually see his charges. Jesse tried to be a pharmaceutical salesman. That's what we're going to call it. Okay. Read between the lines, ladies. And he came upon somebody who was also trying to get into the pharmaceutical business, the illegal pharmaceutical business, of course. And the other pharmaceutical salesman pulled out a weapon and tried to take over Jesse's business. And Jesse pulled out his weapon. And Jesse was Doc Holliday and the other guy was not. Do we understand now? Okay. I mean, that's the best way I can explain it without TikTok getting their feelings hurt.
Right.
But what you guys can do is you need to look at person. Okay. I'm looking at all the comments here. Let's see here. What you can do to actually see the charges. Brandy, she's loved me some Doc Holliday. God. Guys. Oh my God, Brandy. She says, "I'll be your huckleberry." Come on, you guys. I'll be your huckleberry. Oh my God. Okay. But what you guys can do, what you ladies can do, what you wild feral animals can do is you can go to the bio page, my homepage right here on this TikTok platform. Look below my name, below my bio. There is a Linktree, something 90 Day Felon. Tap on it, and it will take you to.
Have you ever... Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying you just tap on the link on my bio page, the Linktree link. It opens up. Tap on Jesse's pretty face that all you ladies are swooning over, and it will take you directly to the Department of Corrections website where you will see all of his charges in black and white can't lie about them. They're there. Go ahead, Jess.
No, I forget what I was even saying. Now that
I'm
I really appreciate you giving me. I really appreciate you being so gracious with your time and doing this. It's definitely an interesting thing. You know, there's all these guys out here. These guys would kill to have you do this for them.
Oh, Jesse, trust me.
Unlimited.
I'm going to be, but they're going to be paying for it. They're going to be paying for it. You guys are my guinea pigs.
Right.
So I told your friend, my ex-husband, Kojak, I said, don't be volunteering my services to all these people. The ones I have are the ones I have. Let me get them done. And then anybody else is going to have to pay.
Well, I can tell you this. I'm sure you know, there's an unlimited amount of people that are ready and willing to get that type of response. Like even just getting a lot of people want to get their story out there and they have discrepancies in their kids or whatever. You know, a lot of people want it for that reason, but I'm just trying to do the best of the time. I did what I did, and I'm trying to get to a better life.
Now, somebody asked you when your birthday is, if you don't mind saying.
March 20th, 1981, the first day of spring.
March 20th. Oh my God, it is the first day of spring. Oh my God. Guys, can this guy get any better? The first day of spring. Come on.
Yeah, that is good though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
If you had to pick a birthday, that's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's on the cusp of Pisces and Aries, and I don't know much about astrology, but
well, I'm sure one of these fine ladies here knows a lot about astrology.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
People seem to be very interested in that do know things about it.
Yeah, no, I'm sure somebody on here will be more than happy to give the whole rundown.
Right.
Yeah.
This was great, though.
I mean, hopefully some of these big talkers on here are going to. Lorna says she'll bake you a cake. Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
Bake me a cake.
She gonna
bake. I know what they used to do when they baked the cake. Back in the day when they used to bake you a cake, there was a file in it.
Lorna, are you going to bake them the cake that has the file in it? Or are you going to bake them a cake with the kind where you jump out of the top?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah.
Look where my mind is going.
Look, I'm looking out for you here, buddy. I'm looking out for you.
Yeah, no, thanks.
Yeah.
Apparently I need to know. I'm not picking up on things.
Pick up on these cues, buddy.
Man.
It's been a while. How you said you've been in for 17 years, right? Yeah. Well, hopefully some of you ladies will be texting him. Oh my God. Amber says, I'm going to be the one outside the gate giving him a ride when he gets out. Oh, Amber.
That's nice of her.
So look for that like that girl with the big sign that says I'm Amber, like they do at the airports.
Right.
Yeah. Look at that.
Well, I mean, with all the attention that you're creating with this thing, she might have a fight on her.
Come on now, Amber, you better get there first. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, Shirley, that's so cute. Shirley just said this chat is making him smile. Yeah, hopefully. Oh my God, Amber, welcome home, hubby. Oh my God, I can't. I'm blushing for you.
That's so funny.
I'm sweating.
Did the other guy get this type of response?
No. So okay, hold on. Garfield was so sweet. There was like no way that we were going to talk to Garfield like this. He was so sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just like, you wanted to just hug Garfield and like pinch his cheeks.
Yeah.
You know.
Garfield's old. I know who he is. He's old school.
Yeah. And so we weren't going to do that with Garfield. He probably would have had a heart attack. You know, he just, so we're not going to do that with him.
So he's probably happy.
Yeah.
He's been there for so long.
Well, tomorrow's his birthday. So I'm hoping some of the ladies will send him get on the getting out and then send him like little birthday cards. I told him I was going to send him a birthday present. Yeah. And so then, But I've already talked to you a bunch, so I kind of feel really comfortable with you. So that's why,
Yeah, we talked way back when.
Yeah.
And your guy was in the same place together.
Yeah.
That makes it a little easier for you and I. But you're easy to talk to too. You're good at this. So I really hope that this goes where you.
You have 1 minute remaining.
This is going to be good and fruitful for you and a lot
Yeah,
of other
hopefully.
People. So.
Well, ladies, my phone is going to die. So to continue this conversation, you are just going to have to go into Google Play Store and download the Getting Out app. Let me see here. Hold on one second here. Let me see if I can change this for a second so I can show them what it looks like. This is what it looks like.
You have to go to Trumbull Correctional Institution.
Right.
ODRC.
Right. So that's what the app looks like. And when you do the information on top of Jesse's picture, that's the information you're going to need to set up the account with him. Okay. So that's his DC number, his inmate number, and then ODRC Trumbull. All right, Jesse, the phone's going to cut off and this phone's going to die. So
thank you,
let's do this. Let's do this once a week. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
If not more.
We'll get to it. Thank you. Thank you very much, too. You have a good day.
Do you want to say goodbye to your harem? Say bye to your harem.
Thank you for using GTL.
Isn't he cool? He's like really cool, right? He's like super cool. Yeah, he's just super cool. So he hung up. I mean, his phone died, or he had his time was over. He's just like a super cool dude. But yeah, guys. So if you download the Getting Out, those of you that are still on YouTube, and hear the information over his name, that's what you're going to need. And again, to remind you, the Getting Out app, it's super secure. I was so nervous when I was first doing it. I'm like, oh my God, are these inmates going to see on my credit card information? And no, they don't. They don't see nothing. They just see your name when it pops up on their tablet. That is it. And if you want, you can put a fake name, but I don't see why, because they don't have access to like your phone number, your address, nothing. But this is the information it'll ask you when you sign up, and it's cheaper than sending a letter. Yeah, cheaper. So why not? Kitty Cat K. I have to talk in code because TikTok will spank me. In a nutshell, because he's very honest about it. Like he will, if you end up talking to him on the phone, he will tell you every detail. Back then, because this was like 17 years ago, Jesse was a street pharmacist. You know what I mean? He was a pharmaceutical entrepreneur, and another pharmaceutical entrepreneur tried to rob him with a weapon pointed at his head. And Jesse pulled out his weapon. And as I put it earlier, and I don't mean to laugh at this, it was the only way I can describe it. Jesse was Doc Holliday. The other guy was not. So the fact that if the courts had decided this was an actual like taking of a life, with no reason, he would have got life. But they gave him an out date. So which means they acknowledged that he was defending himself, but it was because of the nature surrounding it being in the pharmaceutical business. Yeah. So that's what got him the extra time. So he was defending himself legit, or he would not have been given a release date. You ladies got me flushed. That was a lot of work. Blue Collar Unicorn. Love that tag name, by the way. I am trying to concentrate right now. I know, Brandy, right? I'm going to make you and Ange mod on this account to get me the help, even though I only had to mute one person. Let's see here. Confirm. Okay, so I got Brandy's now a moderator, I think. Wait, there's Ange. It was pretty funny, wasn't it? It was pretty funny. It was pretty wild. You guys were out of control. Oh, thanks, Peach Fuzz. Oh, Katrina, this is a guy I'm trying to get pen pals for. Let me get out of this so I can just look at my ugly face. How do I take that? Okay. I am learning this TikTok platform. Wow. Okay. YouTubers, haven't forgot about you. So I have a 90-day felon YouTube as well. Over here. Okay. While I was doing this, my dog pissed in his crate behind me. Jerk. So I gotta clean his crate now. So what 90-day felon is in 20 seconds or less, I'm helping inmates get pen pals. Okay. Right now I am concentrating on Ohio because that's where these group of guys kind of congregated and they all started passing the word around. So I'm doing them first. Yeah, it's a lot of work because I do like videos for them. Like when we get off this live. No, he's not my ex. No, Stryker. He's not my ex. He is a friend of my ex's though. You haven't seen me in forever. I've been here. I'm sweating. My armpits are sweating. That was so funny. Thanks, Swamp Montana. And that's the app right there, Getting Out. So you can text them. Okay, everybody, I'm going to go. I got to eat. I got to change a crate. And, oh, thanks, Blue Collar Unicorn. Yeah, what I'm doing with these guys is I do like little video profiles of them, telling their story. When I have time, I do videos together. And we like Jesse's story. There's a lot of videos on him because he and I had like a lot of conversations about his past. And then we ultimately work up to the live stream so that you guys can get a feel for their personality. So that was Jesse's first live stream. And he's very easy to talk to. He's very intelligent, actually. We connected because he's Scottish. I'm Scottish. And he started rattling off all this Scottish folklore and history. Oh, Amanda, you do. Well, good for you. Oh, Blue Collar Unicorn. Really? You are? Thank you so much. Wow, thank you. And here's the thing, Blue Collar Unicorn, is this is not a platform to like make excuses. We're not here to make excuses for their crimes. If I feel they're bullshitting, I'm going to call them out on it. Like Jesse that was here, open book, just tells it like it is, apologizes, feels bad. The guy did before, same thing. These guys just tell it like it is. And, I tell them, I said, guys, come on, don't come on here and bullshit us. Just don't. Okay. Now, are there people in prison who legit could have been overcharged, wrongly convicted? 100%. 100%. Okay. But I got a pretty good bullshit meter. Okay. So my main thing is this. You're looking for friendship. You're looking for love, maybe. Don't let me find out you're trying to burn some of these people on here. I will come. I know where you live. I know where you live. I will come after you. So I don't mean you guys. I mean these guys. These guys that are coming on here. And I'm like, don't take advantage here. So I have two more guys to get up on live and do their story, and then I'll have that one little group finalized, done, and then I'm going to start taking on more people. Look at you. Your uncle's locked up. Good for you. Well, those of you that stuck it out through the entire, how long were we on here? A couple of hours. I know, Ange, right? Thank you guys for sticking it out with me. Like I said, there's a YouTube channel as well under the same name. It's brand new. Not that many people are on it. I'm going to try to get this platform going because I know for a lot of people, YouTube is a lot easier. Thanks, Amanda. Thank you. But some of you were so helpful and helping me with pinning comments and putting links up and this and that. This was my first multi-inmate live stream. So I felt bad because some of them were calling on the other phone and I couldn't click over because I had somebody on here. So bummer. We're going to make this a weekly thing. Now that I'm getting the ropes, learning the ropes, however that goes, we're going to make it a weekly thing. And you ladies need to go take a cold shower. Not you YouTubers. You guys are fine. You ladies on TikTok need to go take a cold shower. I'm telling you right now. Like, repent. Okay, everybody, I'm going to go. I got to go clean up some piss crates right now. Made my armpits sweat. You guys got me all worked up. Like, I was so like blushing. You have to get a towel. Ooh, I want to remember some of your names. You guys are wild. All right, we're coming. All right, everybody. Bye. We gotta go. We gotta go take care of dogs. And see you next